So am I late to the party? Yes. Do I care? No, I'm just gonna slap retrospective in the video and then leave it at that. So not too long ago, one of the best animes of this season, Spy Family, actually got under a tad of controversy. And now when I say controversy, I'm talking possibly the most one-sided debate I have ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, once you see this, I think you'll agree, it was literally one man versus the world. It was actually quite funny in a sense, I'm not even gonna lie. To sum it up, it's basically just a wholesome family comedy show where all the members have a secret identity as either a spy, an assassin, or a telepath, and they need to hide their identities and their goals, not just from each other, but the world. And it is such a fun little show. It's so wholesome, and honestly, it's one that I've been the most excited about this season. So once I finished that first episode and went to bed that night, I then woke up the next day and looked at TikTok. And this is what I was greeted to.
Boss, they're trying to cancel Spy Family!
How the fuck can a wholesome ass show with a father and daughter get canceled?
TikTok's saying you're sexualizing the relationship with the father and Anya!
No, those fatherless fucking whims over-sexualized it! Those bitches don't know how to have real relationships!
Oh my god.
Boss, they're
Oh god, I love these guys. So as you can hear from that amazing summary, Spy Family basically was under controversy and at threat of being cancelled because it was apparently sexualizing the young daughter of the family, Anya. This take was originally made by, and I'm also pretty sure only made by, a TikToker who now goes by the name Echo. Yep, as you can see, this is his account right here. One of these videos around here is the one that got the controversy. Can you guess which one? Yeah, it's the one with 2.5 million views.
It's the little girl in the show whenever she's with her dad.
32.8 thousand comments. Not a single one of these agrees with his take. I mean, just look at some of these. There's so many, and literally there's not a single one that agrees. Now, I'm having issues finding the comment currently, but I will put a screenshot of it here. There was one commenter who actually ended up asking, hey, why do you think this? Why do you think she's being sexualized? And Echo's response was that the reason she's being sexualized is that whenever she's around her father, she is shown to blush. Look, I'm not going to sit here and defend his take, and I'm also not here to criticize it. Blushing is a completely normal reaction to have when someone is around someone that they are feeling quite affectionate towards, whether it be in a romantic sense or a friendly sense. It's just a natural reaction. So saying that on its own, that she's blushing around the father, could maybe be argued. I'm not saying it should be, because when you look at the context of the show, it is clearly just daughterly affection for her new adopted father figure, and it doesn't seem to have anything romantic of the source. Also, his TikToks on Spy Family don't end there. A couple of days after the initial video, he then eventually posts this one. He then eventually posted this other TikTok, which basically had a fake news article, and yes, it is fake. There was a lot of people believing that it was real. Can confirm, this is fake. It's not real. So honestly, nothing new, just making up fake information just to try and rile people up. But I do think in the comments there is a very clear evidence that all of this is just him trying to bait, to get attention, trying to get people riled up. Still can't believe that satirical post blew up that hard. Same. 3-time skull emoji. Look, I honestly don't know what other evidence you need. If that doesn't convince you that this is all just satirical and baiting, I literally don't know what will. But now let me ask you this. Do you really think I would make a video talking about a satirical post that everyone already commented on if I had nothing more to add? No. If this was the end of the video, I would be ashamed of myself. Because I think even though this is bait, there is something a lot more interesting to discuss here. Why did everyone else in the community respond to this bait? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm an almighty being, even though I am, and be like, oh, I knew this was bait all along, and being like, I'm the only one that could see that this was possibly bait. No, people called it out pretty early that this was bait. However, it still garnered so much attention and so many anime TikTokers just talking about it. Were they doing it because controversy gets views? Maybe. But even for like other bait videos, and Echo has made a few, none of them have garnered as much views as this one. Which makes me curious, what is it about this specific bait that gets everyone riled up? And I think after doing a bit of research and just thinking about it over a few days, I think I've got an answer. And it has everything to do with the fact that Echo's take is already preying on something that the anime community is controversial about. And that would be... Look, I actually feel uncomfortable saying it. I don't even, like, it's just words, but I still don't feel comfortable. So from that TikTok earlier, I'm just gonna have them say it now.
Sexualizing the relationship with the father and Anya.
Yeah, that. Look, this topic of conversation is nothing new. It's been around for as long as anime's been around because it's such a prevalent thing. When you look at some of the most popular animes, aka shonens, they're all aimed at teenage boys and about teenagers. And in today's day and age, whether it's right or if it's wrong, that's up for you to decide, this type of sexualization is obviously going to be there. However, there is a big difference between a teenager and a child. Even that feels wrong to say. I'm sure we're all not ignorant. There is a massive difference. And Anya is like 4 years old. She is the definition of child. In fact, another word that comes to my mind that's probably used to describe this form of, is lolly. And for anyone that is unaware of what a lolly is, allow me to educate you. A lolly is a female usually found within an anime that has the depiction of a young child, usually also having the attitude of a young child. This term initially came about because of the story known as Lolita. And basically the story revolves around a middle-aged man who becomes, heavily attracted to a 12-year-old child. So yes, I'm sure if you've watched anime, I'm pretty sure you've come across multiple characters that have suit this definition in one way or another. And by the looks of this, Echo's take kind of wanted to prey on that insecurity the anime community has, stating that Anya herself is therefore presented as a lolly, which, as we've all seen, that they did not take very well to that. And of course, seeing this reaction from people actually got me thinking, what is the wider community's thoughts on topics such as lollies? So as you do, whenever you've got inquiries, you go to the one place that has all the answers. Google. And after a while, I eventually came across a pretty new survey, which I thought was pretty interesting and probably gave some of the answers I needed. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the International Anime Research Project. As they state here, they are basically a bunch of scientists that study the anime and manga fandom to basically find out what people think and just see trends within the fan base as a whole. But now, if we look at the 2020 results and then go right to the bottom, we have this question. What are the fans' opinions regarding lolly and shoujo characters? Jackpot, boys. So yeah, while there is a lot of interesting stuff here, I mainly want to focus on this question here, number 4. Sexualized representations make the anime fandom look bad to non-fans. And as you can see, an overwhelming majority strongly agreed that basically the sexualization of lolly characters makes us look bad. So what does this information mean, and what does it mean for the reaction to this TikTok particularly? And now while this data doesn't account for everyone in the anime community, the projection of these stats imply that I'd say probably about 80% of the anime community believe that the sexualization of younger, underage characters makes us look bad to the outside person. Which honestly, I feel like most people can agree with to an extent. Not the fact that the anime community is weird, but the fact that we probably do get judged from the outside. The anime community as a whole does seem to have a stigma that people do accept the sexualization of younger characters and participate in it, which by the looks of it, most people don't actually agree with. So now we've got this information and understanding of what it means, and now if we go ahead and apply that to the response that this TikTok got, it honestly seems to make a lot of sense. Now look, there is definitely animes that do use lollies in a rather provocative way. There's no defending that that is completely factual. There is shows like that. However, then when you have a show like this, Spy Family, which is just a nice wholesome show, which honestly I think a lot of people could enjoy, and then someone tries to push the narrative that, hey, this does actually sexualize people, that quickly turns a lot of people that probably don't watch anime or don't want to watch a show like that off it instantly. So if you have actually watched the anime and see that, and it's already started to build just a nice, wholesome community of people that love this show, and you see someone that's almost going to ruin that reputation for the show, you immediately defend that shit. You basically try to shut down the narrative completely that Anya is, in all broad terms, portrayed as a lolly. What I've seen kind of makes sense, because everyone that was responding is basically mad about this, or saying that's a bad take, or lots of people even saying that if Echo's take was real, they would absolutely want to rip into him. Because end of the day, if that idea about the show got out, it would absolutely tarnish the reputation of what the show is, and probably look bad on the anime community as a whole. Now look, that's just the conclusion I've come to looking at the stats and looking at the responses. I personally think that is the most logical response, but hey, let me know if you think there's another reason of why everyone got so mad about this other than it just being a bad take. I would absolutely love to have a discussion about that, because honestly, one of the greatest things about having an online anime community is being just able to talk to people about it where you normally wouldn't be able to. Other than that, I will end the video here. That's just all I really wanted to add, because honestly, this story just really intrigued me, and seeing how everyone's responses and doing research was honestly so much fun. I really enjoyed this type of stuff, and I think I'm gonna try doing more of this stuff. And of course, if you do enjoy it, please consider subscribing. I am desperate. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Catch you later.
Count what you have now, don't count what you